My story starts in the year that I was born, in 1998.
Salome, our daughter, was born in 1998. It's a normal child. I think after 3 weeks, she becomes sick. Like, we don't know what sickness actually. The stomach is increasing day by day, and the head is becoming very small. So it feel that something gone wrong. And when then she started crying every time. So we are thinking maybe she's hungry. So keep on feeding, but the feed which she's taking, actually usually in the initial time it is breastfeed, it was not digesting, and the stool color, and it is becoming very like whitish. Then I understood something gone wrong with the digestive system. So we will keep on praying. Suddenly one day, I think 28th day of her birth, she became very sick and turned to be blue. We still did not lose our hope in God. We were praying, but ultimately we took her to emergency.
We decided to take her at the hospital. So the condition was that time a small head and a big belly. That belly can reflect our face, such a balloon, like a balloon. So the very first instance, the medical team taken her to the emergency. In the meantime, my wife told me she was wore the homely dress. She told me she wanted to change the dress. For I came back to home to take some dress. I took the dress, I come back to the hospital, but I couldn't find my wife and my child. In the meantime, I asked some of the medical team members that were there. They told child's situation has become worse, and she taken her to the major hospital.
And there they did scanning everything and find out that she have some cyst in her stomach that is called choledochal cyst. And the doctors decided if the child should go for surgery, otherwise she cannot live in this world. So we agreed for a surgery of it lasts for 4 hours. Then the only thing we were praying outside of the theater that she should come as a normal child. I don't want to see her in a ventilator or related tubes or something like that. Thank God, the surgery was okay according to the surgeons, and they extubated her and brought back to the unit. And they, after 2-3 days, we started again feeding her. Again the same story. The digestive system is not working, and same complaint. Her milk which we are giving, what color it is, just coming out same color as stool. So the doctor said, no, we have to take her back to the theater and to check what happened. And they said, we don't know, we have to check. We agreed to send her back to the theater, and they did a surgery for 4 hours. There they found out what is the thing happened to her stomach, and because the child and the small, everything small, they couldn't do the surgery properly initially. The second time when they did surgery, and they said her gallbladder has gone, it is broken because of that collection of the bile. The bile duct was closed. There was a blockage, and the bile was not flowing to the where it should go, bile duct. So her gallbladder broken with a heavy bile, almost it was 750 ml, but that's what the doctor said. That's why her stomach increased. Then surgery done and brought back to the unit, and we were keep on praying. The doctors every day they are following up. Then okay, after 3 days she started taking milk, and the digestive system started working. The stool color changed to yellow. I still remember the doctors, the who did the team marvel when she had passed the yellow color stool on third day. Still I can remember the doctors were very happy. Then they are telling our surgery was successful. We know it is not because of the doctors, it's all because of the God. Because we had several people all over the world praying for her full recovery, and we want her back as a normal child. And we know that there is a purpose behind her by the God. So we keep on believing and hoping and praying. After few days, the doctor said you can take the child to home, and they given a big list of complications which she had from the surgery. So I did not believe all this complication. Being a nurse, I know there are complications after the surgery, but we kept on believing in God. So from the instruction of the doctor, we brought her back to the home, and I took some leave, and we were taking care of her. We were not expecting any complication. Rather, we were praying for a speedy recovery, and she recovered so fast, like normal child. But there were some complication from the hospital stay, like she developed pneumonia. After a few days, we take her back to the hospital because pneumonia. It is pneumonia with high grade fever, and she was coughing. Sputum is not coming out. So they kept her for a few days and given antibiotic. Then it become okay, and we brought back for her home again.
Well, that itself was a miracle. So every day that I lived for all the years, I lived as a miracle because I knew this was a place where I could have lost my life. I was being scarred. I had to undergo a surgery, but the Lord was gracious and He added life into me, and He gave me all the days. I was just like any normal child, happy, had a very good childhood, all the school life, everything was fine. I used to have issues with my stomach, but it was not that serious. My mom, she is a nurse, so she was able to help me to recover from all this little diarrhea and any kind of stomach diseases that I would face. 18 years later, I had gone to college, and this time I went away from my parents. It was not in my parents' interest to send me away, but I had this feeling that I should go out there and live on my own and try to live the life, like live an independent life without them. It was not that they had spoon fed me or they didn't let me do anything alone, but I felt I needed a more independent life. This was indeed a very risky decision. At the same time, it was this decision that taught me so many things in life. So as I went to Coimbatore, I did very well in my academics, God's grace. At the same time, my health started deteriorating. I started falling ill a lot more, and there were so many situations that I had to be taken to the ER. They had to put antibiotics, so many painkillers. It was all related to indigestion and those kind of issues. So I went to the ER almost 2 or 3 times, after which the doctors decided that they had to find what the actual issue was. So this time, in order to find the actual issue, they ended up doing a CT and ultrasounds and everything. So all these CTs and ultrasounds, they at that time they showed what the issue was. Maybe it could have been a chest infection or this stomach my pancreas would have an infection. It was all because of the lack of the presence of gallbladder. At the same time, there was this obstruction to my liver. So this was actually done during the surgery that was done when I was little. They had to obstruct a portal vein that went to my liver to save the rest of the liver. Something of that sort they had to do. So this obstruction, whether or not it was a mistake or whether it was done on purpose, is still unknown to us. But at the same time, this was giving me some complications in the digestive system. So I ended up taking some antibiotics, and it was not that serious, but at the same time, because I was alone, I was having a hard time eating the food there. Most of the days I used to drink a lot of water and eat a lot of yogurt, and that's how I survived my life in Coimbatore. So all these scans, they had done almost 3 ultrasounds, all the CT, everything had kept telling that I didn't have a gallbladder. So all these times that I used to go in and take a scan, I had this crazy idea in my mind. Obviously our God is a God of the impossible things. So I kept this small desire in my heart, and I kept silently prayed. I never told anybody, I didn't tell the church to pray for me or anything, but I deeply in my heart kept this thing in my mind, and I prayed, asking God for a miracle to bring back my gallbladder. Now this is something which is impossible. It has never happened. I've heard the liver grows back. I've heard many other organs can be replaced, and gallbladder is not something that is essential for a person's life. Of course, it makes your digestive system work well, but at the same time, it's not a vital organ for a person's survival. So I could live all these years without gallbladder, and I knew as long as God gave me the grace, I would continue living without the gallbladder. But deep in, I had this crazy idea, and I kept praying every time that I got in for a scan. 3 years went by in Coimbatore. I almost finished my studies. At the same time, I had a lot of health issues, but God's good, His grace, I survived the 3 years. There were times when my parents were so worried that they have asked me to come back to Qatar to stop my studies and so many things. But this going to Coimbatore was a decision I took after praying to God and Him showing me the way and everything. So I had this belief deep down in my heart that God is going to lead me whatever the situation is, and I would be able to finish the studies without any issues. Like there was issues, but at the same time I would be able to cope up with that and finish my studies. And God is good, God's grace, I did fairly really well in my academics, but at the same time my health was really bad. It was like I went from Qatar in 2016 weighing 75 kgs, and when I came back I was only 55. So this so many issues like that was going on, and I could not digest properly. I could not eat everything. I had to be very picky while eating. So it was kind of a difficult situation back in Coimbatore. So I came back to Qatar, and there was some follow-up scans, and this time the doctor asked us to do a very detailed scan called the MRCP. So this is the scan that is like going to show us the exact problem with my liver, and would I need a surgery in the future? Is it going to go to any other sickness? This scan would show everything more detailed and more clearly. So we did this scan, and like always, every time that I prayed, I wouldn't say that I was having so much faith and believing that this gallbladder would come back, but deep in my heart it was a small desire that it should come back. And while they were doing this scan also, I had this in my mind. It was a very it was a very loud machine. So while this machine was on, I'm not supposed to move, and they put IV through and all that. So when all this is happening, all that is in my mind is the silent prayer that my gallbladder will be seen. And then days after the scan was over, we went back to our doctor, and this time the doctor read something that was very not normal. Surprisingly, this time the scan showed that I had a gallbladder. So it was it was really shocking for everybody, my parents, myself, and we ended up asking the doctor what had happened. And this was a new doctor that was checking in my reports and everything. And he then went through my past histories, my past scans, and he had also seen now my gallbladder was not there in all the other scans, but in this scan it was shown. I don't know how it had happened. Nobody knows how it happened, but I clearly believe deep down in my heart God is a God who answers prayer, and that's how I got back my gallbladder. Ever since, my health has been really good. I've been gaining weight easily, and I have been having less digestion issues. I've been eating very well. I'm in a place where I can eat anything right now, which is actually exciting. And God is good. He has been leading me. So this is like, it was something that is impossible by man, but God is good. He had done a miracle in my life, and this is just 2 instances where He did a miracle when I was a baby, keeping me alive through all those surgeries and everything, and then 21 years later replacing that gallbladder. It was all God's grace and God's goodness. I'm Salome, and I am a miracle.